Hello, this is King of Review, and we're going to be using the quadratic formula to solve this quadratic equation here. So, we learned that the quadratic formula says x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, now guys, this is a complicated equation, but let's try to memorize this because this is definitely going to be coming handy in the future too. So, in our case, what are our a values, what is our b values, and what is our c value? Well, our a is going to be 1/4, our b is going to be 13, and our c is going to be 25. So all you have to do is just plug in the values. So let's do that. Negative 13 plus or minus square root of 13 squared minus 4 times 1/4 times a 25 over 2a, which is 2 times 1/4. So that equals negative 13 plus or minus square root of 13 squared, which is 169. And the 4's cancel here. So it's going to be negative 25 over 2 times 1/4, so that's going to be 1/2. And that equals negative 13 plus or minus square root of 144 divided by 1/2. Now, this square root of 144 is going to come out clean. This is just going to be 12. So this is 12. And you realize, well, I'm going to be adding 12, and I'm going to be subtracting 12. So what do I get when I add 12? Let's think about that first. Well, if I add 12 to negative 13, I'm going to get a 1. So the answer is going to say 1 divided by, negative 1 divided by 1 over 2. Well, what's 1 divided by 1/2? Well, this just says this, right? So this is the same thing as negative 1 times 2. And therefore this is negative 2. Well, what if we subtract the 12? Well, negative 13 minus 12 is going to give you negative 25. And that's going to be over 1/2. And if we do the same thing, we're going to see that negative 25 times 2 is going to be what this is going to equal for this equation over here. So this says negative 50. And so your answer is negative 2 and negative 50. And that's why the option D is the correct choice. Now let's look at our other options. Well, option says that your square root is not going to be coming out clean, but we just talked about how 12 squared is going to be your 144. So this is wrong. Option B says it's plus or minus 14. But if we add 12 and if we subtract 12 from negative 13, we're not going to get the same number, are we? So this can't be right. And option C says negative 14 and negative 38. Well, we added the 12 to the negative 13 and got the negative 2 value, and subtracted the 12 to get the negative 50. So we're pretty sure about these values, and this can't be right. And that's why our answer to this question is going to be D.